Hey everybody, it's your boy Bigboysnacksjonnytv, aka what kind of snacks you want, because I got playing around. As you can tell by the title of the thumbnail in the video, this is my WWE Smackdown review on highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content down on the channel, because I'm on the road to 11K before the end of April. Follow all my social media down below in the description. And go check out my AEW Dynamite review on highlights, and go check out my WWE NXT review on highlights, and also go check out my WWE Raw review on highlights down on the channel. Without further ado, let's get started. Now, WWE Smackdown was a solid show for what it was, and I give this show a 5 out of 10. This is WWE Smackdown's go home show before WrestleMania 41 for both night 1 and night 2. Alright, WWE Smackdown was on from Las Vegas, Nevada T-Mobile Arena. WWE Smackdown kicks off with a WrestleMania 42 video package. Live in the arena, a red truck pulls up and out comes both Randy Orton and Pat McAfee. In comes Nick Aldis and he hands them a contract. Pat McAfee tells him he reads through his own contract. He is a self-made billionaire. Randy Orton tells him to handle it and he will go to the ring. Pat McAfee gives Nick Aldis the keys and he signs the contract. Randy Orton music hits and out he comes to the ring. Randy Orton says he will be the first. That's what I said. Randy Orton's music hits, and now he comes to the ring. Randy Orton says he will be the first one to admit it. He doesn't need Pat McAfee. The truth is that he wants him. Randy Orton says Pat McAfee is the only straight shooter in the company. He doesn't tell him what he wants to hear. He tells him what he needs to hear. What he needs to hear was all along. He just had to be him. He says they were all set. He is listening to Pat McAfee. Comes WrestleMania 42. He wins the chamber and he is facing Drew McIntyre for the title. He says there is no love lost with Drew McIntyre, and he knew what he needed to do to win the title. But then Cody Rhodes won the title back. He says he and Cody Rhodes are friends. He couldn't be who he needed to be. He couldn't hurt his friends. And then Cody Rhodes gave him permission to be him. He asks who is Cody to give him permission to be himself. He wrote the book on being him, and he is the Viper. He says this is how a friendship works. This is give and take, but with Cody Rhodes as a friend, all Randy Orton ever did was give, and all Cody Rhodes did was take. Tomorrow they main event night 1 of WrestleMania 42. But 2 years ago at WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes was in the main event of night 1. Solo bloodline is all over. Cody Rhodes as a friend. He is there to have his back, but all he got was going through a table. He says Cody Rhodes gives a WWE Championship match to his friend at the time, Kevin Owens. Randy Orton says Kevin Owens turns on Cody Rhodes and as his friend. He is there by Cody Rhodes' side. He is there by Cody Rhodes' side. He tries to talk sense into Kevin Owens, but he got dropped on his head drop on his head in the ring through a pile driver. He says that could have been it. All Cody does is take. He says Pat McAfee has done more for his career and legacy than Cody has done in half of a lifetime. He says Cody Rhodes thinks that Pat McAfee hurts his legacy. He says hurting him these last few years have hurt his legacy more than anything else. He says at WrestleMania 42 he will right the wrongs, take number 15 home when it belongs, and he will do it with the 3 most dangerous lads of all sports entertainment, RKO. Randy Orton music hits and he heads to the back. Now that was a good promo by Randy Orton, but Randy Orton has to walk out at WrestleMania with number 15 and wins the undisputed WWE champion. So that's all I gotta say. But But if Randy Orton loses to Cody Rhodes, what was the point about Randy Orton becoming the number 1 contender and elimination champion to begin with? But Randy Orton has to get 15 at WrestleMania 42 for night 1 tomorrow. So that's all I gotta say. Anyway, we cut to the back. Nick Aldis is with Pat McAfee, and Pat McAfee is in his truck. He says, "Great work, Randy," and Randy gets in the truck. Pat McAfee says that's what a WWE superstar looks like. And tomorrow everything changes for the better, and he put a good word with the higher ups with Nick Aldis. He says, "See you tomorrow, Marks. Life is about to get better," and he drives off. So we go to commercial break. So we get a street fight match with MFT versus the Rise 6. And this match right here, I might as well say this was a fun match for what it was. The bell rings, we are underway. The Rise 6 throw the MFTs to the outside of the ring. Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy with dives to the outside of the ring. Eric Warren runs the ropes, but Tonga Loa drags him to the outside of the ring. Tyler Tonga with a right hand onto Eric Rowan, and Tonga Loa grabs the steel chair. He hits Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis with the stairs. He throws the steps onto Eric Rowan. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Joe Gacy with a clothesline onto Tonga, followed by a back suplex on JC Potato. Dexter Lumis with a back suplex onto Solo Sikoa. Joe Gacy with a super kick onto Tala Tonga. Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy double team Tama Tonga. Joe Gacy goes for the cover, but JC Potato breaks it up. JC Potato with a German onto Joe Gacy and a back suplex onto Dexter Lumis. JC Potato with a overhead belly to belly suplex. Tala Tonga with a Samoan drop onto Uncle Howdy. Tyler Tonga with a Samoan drop onto Joe Gacy. Eric Rowan with a big boot to Tyler Tonga, and he falls to the outside. Eric Rowan with a suicide dive onto Tyler Tonga. Eric Rowan throws steel chairs and trash cans into the ring. Uncle Howdy and Eric Rowan hit Solo Sikoa with a trash can. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Solo Sikoa goes for the running hip attack on Uncle Howdy, but he moves out of the way. Here comes the MNT, but Uncle Howdy hits them with a steel chair. Nikki Cross gets on the top rope and lands a crossbody on Tyler Tonga. Tyler Tonga with a big boot onto Uncle Howdy. Solo Sikoa with the solo splash onto Uncle Howdy. He goes for the cover, but Joe Gacy breaks it up with a candlestick. In comes Joe Gacy, but Tyler Tonga hits them with a double chokeslam. Eric Rowan hits him with a chair from behind, but Tyler Tonga lands a double clothesline to the outside of the ring. Uncle Howdy goes for the Sister Abigail, but Tama Tonga lands a reverse neckbreaker. Tama Tonga goes for a cutthroat, but Solo Sikoa hits Uncle Howdy with the solo spike, with the Samoan spike. He goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, MFT. This was a fun street fight match for what it was. You can tell by Tama Tonga was so pissed off, man. The look on Tama Tonga's face that he wants to leave MFT, and I hope Tama Tonga will turn on Solo Sikoa sometime soon. But anyway, Solo and Tama Tonga look at each other, and Tama Tonga is not happy. I don't blame Tama Tonga for not being happy. I don't blame him at all. But anyway, we cut to the back, and R-Truth is with Damian Priest. R-Truth tells Damian Priest that Asuka cursed the New Day. Damian Priest tells him it was Danhausen. R-Truth tells him Danhausen was last week. He says it was Asuka. He says Xavier is sick, so sick that he turned Sammy Sosa white. Damian Priest tells him that Grayson Waller. R-Truth tells him that Grayson Waller is from Australia. Damian Priest tells him yes, but R-Truth says they are talking about Xavier Woods, and what does Grayson Waller have to do with this? He tells Damian Priest he has to get it together. They have a tag team title match tonight and walks away. Damian Priest says what? We see a clip of Miz and Maryse reviewing their vows, but Danhausen is behind Maryse. He says he is the ring boy, best man and maid of honor. Kit Wilson is officiating, and he says you may kiss the bride. Danhausen says you are cursed. They begin to argue. Maryse ends up face first on the cake. Danhausen takes the cake and says vanilla. Bro, that backstage, that segment backstage with Maryse, Miz, and Danhausen, that was pretty funny. But why did Maryse got cursed by Danhausen? What did she do? But anyway, it was good to see Maryse back in WWE. But anyway, let me continue. Oh yeah, before I continue, there is a rumor going around that Paige has resigned with WWE, and I also heard that Trick Williams and Lil Yachty drop a diss track. That's the only thing I know. But anyway, let me continue. So go to commercial break. A Royce Keys video package airs. We see clips of Drew McIntyre attacking Jacob for 2 last week. The camera cuts to a police car with the sirens on entering the arena. The car parks on stage and out steps Jacob Fatu. His music hits and he stands on top of the police car. Jacob Fatu says that Drew McIntyre wants to tell the world that Jacob Fatu is a criminal. Jacob Fatu says they can talk about his life all they want. He is not ashamed of it. He is not afraid of it, and he does not live that life anymore. Jacob Fatu says Drew McIntyre thought that putting him in cuffs in front of his family was going to embarrass him, but that didn't. Even the police knew that he is not the same guy anymore. He says this is where Drew McIntyre gets it twisted. He says tomorrow night on Sanctioned Match, that means no Nick Aldis, no police, no security, no management, no army, no navy, no SWAT. No SWAT team can't even stop him from beating Drew McIntyre. You know what? He says the best thing about it is there is no one to save Drew McIntyre. He tells Drew McIntyre that he is tired to put him back in the jail cell where he changed his life, but the truth is already put that in his rear view, and the truth is that where he is done beating his that is exactly where he is putting Drew McIntyre in the back and his rear view. He says at WrestleMania 42, you will see Jacob Fatu shake his dress. He tells Drew McIntyre to get a calculator and do the match, because at WrestleMania 42 he will dog walk his Jacob Fatu music. This was a good promo that Jacob Fatu cut on SmackDown. I really enjoyed this promo by Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu got that dog in him, and Jacob Fatu will dethrone Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 42 at night 1. I think it's night 1, night 2, either or. But I got Jacob Fatu dethroning Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 42. All right, let me move on. We cut to the back and we see Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Alexa Bliss says it has been a big year. She became the tag team champion with someone who becomes her best friend. Charlotte Flair says the cherry on top will be winning gold at WrestleMania 42. Charlotte Flair says before that they have to win tonight and get momentum, and no matter what they will still be best friends. Charlotte Flair says she knows the goal is their friendship they made along the way. Charlotte Flair says for real, their friendship is great, but how good would gold be? And Alexa Bliss walks away. I think that Alexa Bliss is going to turn on Charlotte Flair for my, you know what I'm saying? That's just my lucky guess, but I could be wrong. But anyway, let me continue. So we get a WWE Tag Team Championship match: R-Truth and Damian Priest versus Kofi Kingston and Grayson Waller. And this tag team match right here, this was a squash tag team match, but R-Truth and Damian Priest retained. The bell rings were underway. Grayson Waller and Damian Priest start the match. Damian Priest with a big boot and he throws Grayson Waller into the corner. Damian Priest with a right hand and R-Truth is tagged in. Grayson Waller with right hands and Kofi Kingston tags in. They double team R-Truth and R-Truth is thrown to the outside of the ring. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Kofi Kingston with a right hand on R-Truth onto R-Truth. Grayson Waller is tagged in. He climbs the second rope, but R-Truth pushes Kofi Kingston onto him. Damian Priest is tagged in. Damian Priest with right hands onto both men. Damian Priest with a clothesline onto Grayson Waller. He goes for the cover, but Kofi Kingston breaks it up. In comes R-Truth, and he lands shoulder tackles onto Kofi Kingston. Damian Priest body slams Grayson Waller. Damian Priest and R-Truth with a double 5-knuckle shuffle. Damian Priest and R-Truth with the 1D onto Grayson Waller. Damian Priest goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match is still your WWE Tag Team Champions, R-Truth and Damian Priest. The 1D that they did, that came from the Usos. So Damian Priest and R-Truth did a 1D. That they stole from the Usos with that 1D. But anyway, let me move on. So we go to commercial break. Jade Cargill music hits, and now she comes with B-Fab and mention. As Jade Cargill begins to speak, Rhea Ripley music hits, and now she comes to the ring. She says she would be like nothing more than to hit Jade Cargill, but she would not want to give Jade Cargill an excuse not to walk into WrestleMania 42. She says she is not the most patient of people, but she is lucky she isn't getting in the ring and whooping her you know what. Rhea Ripley says Jade Cargill has not been able to allow her to get in the ring and see her face to face. She tells Jade Cargill that she thinks Jade Cargill is scared and she cannot wait to embarrass her at WrestleMania 42. B-Fab tells Rhea Ripley to the only one that should be embarrassed is Rhea Ripley. She says Rhea Ripley is the one that keeps coming for Jade Cargill and falling. Rhea Ripley says she hasn't had the chance to come for her ever since she won at the Elimination Chamber. Jade Cargill has done nothing but hide. She hides behind social media. She has been doing anything she can not to stand face to face with her. If anything she wants to say to her is in her last chance to say it to her alone. Jade Cargill tells B-Fab and Mission to leave the ring. Jade Cargill says she is scared of some cosplay kid with insecurities. She is everything. Rhea Ripley wishes she was a real you know what. She says Rhea got her way, but that it's because of that weak you know what locker room. She said she has been trying to spare Rhea Ripley, and since she didn't learn her lesson on Sunday, she is putting belt to you know what, and if she keeps talking, she will make it quick. Rhea Ripley says she doesn't want to be like her. She says she has been fighting people like Jay her entire life. She says her insecurity does not hold her back. They made her the person she is today. The reason she is a multi-time champion. She tells Jay if she wants to make it quick at WrestleMania 42, she can, but it won't be in her favor. She calls Jay a narcissistic fake you know what. Jade Cargill raised her title in the air and tells Rhea Ripley that she will see her on Sunday. Jade Cargill leaves the ring and Rhea Ripley music hits. Alright, that promo right there between Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley, that was personal, but at the same time it was a pretty good promo. Anyway, we go to the back and Solo Sikoa is with the MFT. Solo Sikoa says that the Riot 6 is over because they did it as a team. Tama Tonga says as a team. Solo Sikoa tells Tama Tonga to go win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal and bring the trophy. Solo Sikoa tells Tama Tonga he will go talk to Nick Aldis to get the tag team titles back. So we go to commercial break. So we get the number one contenders for Women's United States Championship match, Tiffany Stratton versus Jordynne Grace. And I did notice something. Jordynne Grace did not get a single pop on SmackDown. And this match right here, I ain't even gonna lie to you. This match right here, this was a decent match. What it was, this was decent, but not good, but decent. Julia and Kiana James are at ringside. The bell rings. We're underway. They shake hands. Tiffany Stratton to the ropes. She lands a modifying stunner onto Jordynne Grace. She goes for the cover, but Jordynne Grace kicks out. She runs towards Jordynne Grace, but Jordynne Grace throws her into the corner. Jordynne Grace with a clothesline. She lifts Tiffany Stratton up on her shoulders and throws her onto the top rope. Jordynne Grace with a clothesline. She goes for the cover, but Tiffany Stratton kicks out. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Jordynne Grace with a suplex off the second rope, and she grabs Tiffany Stratton, but Tiffany Stratton with a spike DDT. Tiffany Stratton with a right hands and Jordynne Grace with right hands. And Jordynne Grace with right hands. Tiffany Stratton with an elbow to the face, followed by a drop kick. She goes for the cover, but Jordynne Grace kicks out. Jordynne Grace rolls onto the ring apron, and Tiffany Stratton goes and grabs her, but Jordynne Grace with headbutts. Jordynne Grace gets in the ring and she lands a Death Valley driver. Jordynne Grace with a folding powerbomb. She goes for the cover, but Tiffany Stratton kicks out. She grabs Tiffany Stratton, but Tiffany Stratton with a stunner. Tiffany Stratton slams her, and she looks at Julia. Tiffany Stratton with the prettiest moonsault ever. She goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, Tiffany Stratton. This was a decent match, what it was. But one thing that really got everybody upset is that how come Asuka and Io Sky does not have a WrestleMania? That doesn't make any sense. So Io Sky and Asuka should have been on the WrestleMania card. Because look at the storyline between Asuka and Io Sky. Look at the storyline between Asuka and Io Sky. So you mean to tell us all that Io Sky and Asuka are now on the WrestleMania 42 card? That don't make any sense. And they had a great storyline. So that's all I gotta say. But anyway, we see Trick Williams walking backstage. Commercial break. Trick Williams' music hits and now he comes. Trick Williams to the ring. Trick Williams says usually he comes out all smiles, games and jokes, but not tonight. He says he has something to get off his chest and we are going to talk about it. He says last week Sami Zayn crossed the line and to roll the footage. We see a clip of last week where Sami Zayn hit Lil Yachty with a Helluva Kick, but Trick Williams won his match. He says last week Sami Zayn hit Lil Yachty with the Helluva Kick. Last week Sami Zayn hit his friend with the Helluva Kick. Last week Sami Zayn hurt his friend with a Helluva Kick. He doesn't know when Lil Yachty is coming back. If he is coming back tomorrow or Sunday, but Sami Zayn did something worse than hurt his friend. He hurt Trick Williams' entrance at WrestleMania with the Helluva Kick. He says they are not waiting until Sunday. Grown folks are talking. They will take care of business now, and he tells the gingerbread man to come out. Sami Zayn music hits, and now he comes someone in a gingerbread man costume. That was corny but funny at the same time. A gingerbread came out on SmackDown. Trick Williams has to cut the music and the gingerbread man gets in the ring. Trick Williams introduced Sami Zayn, the gingerbread man. Trick Williams says he is supposed to be upset at Sami Zayn, but he is in his face looking at him. Sami Zayn looks upset for himself. He asks him what is wrong. Was there no die-hard Sami Zayn fans last week in St. Joe? Maybe San Jose? I'm sorry. Maybe there are some die-hard Sami Zayn fans tonight, and the fans boo. He says maybe all the die-hard Sami Zayn fans are in Dirty Lane. Alright, he says when life gives you lemons, you put on your lemon pepper steppers and mind your business when grown folks are talking. He says no Sunday. It is about him. His first WrestleMania 42, his moment to get the title, and he will do what it takes to get the title. And he is going to whoop Sammy. He's going to whoop something, and the fans sing "Whoop that trick." Out comes Sami Zayn saying that is funny, and the fans boo. He says he is glad that Trick Williams is having a lot of fun, and he is taking his first WrestleMania seriously, and he wishes he was having as much fun as he is, but he's not not been having a good time in a very long time, and he is walking into WrestleMania 42 as United States Champion, and he is not having a very good time. And by the sounds of it, it sounds like a lot of the fans here have not been having a whole lot of fun lately. Sami Zayn says he doesn't know what he did wrong, but the truth is that he doesn't care about he is doing this. He does this every day for the ride or die Sami Zayn fans, the ones who have been with him since day one. Sami Zayn gets in the ring. He says, "Make no mistake, there are plenty of ride and or die hard Sami Zayn fans and plenty in Las Vegas, and they say they will be in his corner at WrestleMania 42." The fans chant, "Shut the you know what up." He says since Trick Williams showed up on SmackDown and interrupted him, everyone was talking about Trick Williams like he was the future of the industry, and he agreed, but he hasn't shown him a whole lot. And show him a whole lot. He has a great entrance, a catchy catchphrase. He can drop a pretty decent diss track, but Trick Williams has not shown him anything where it counts in the ring and when it matters. He says when he looks at Trick Williams, he doesn't see the future. He doesn't see the future of the business anymore. He sees a little punk rookie, one who is about to walk into his first WrestleMania 42 against one of the best to ever did it. Instead of taking things seriously, he walked into the biggest match of his life without a plan. Trick Williams tells him he is the plan. He has been here for 4 months. He has Sami Zayn now. Combs his hair. Sami Zayn breath smells like 10 pounds of bounce. That part was funny by Trick Williams. He says Sami Zayn can't find Sami Zayn anymore, but he is Sami Zayn, one of the most respected guys in the locker room with all the titles. But he threw that all away because this rookie got in the game. He asked Sami Zayn, who doesn't have a plan, and to look at him when he is talking to him, because the truth is he is the one that is going to get the job done and walks. And let's talk about it. Sami Zayn says Trick thinks this is a big plan. Him standing in the ring 2 days before WrestleMania 42 with a gingerbread man. Trick Williams says he is standing in the ring with 2 gingerbread men. Sami Zayn throws the title and hits Trick Williams with right hands. Trick Williams with their right hand, but Sami Zayn with the clothesline. Trick Williams to the outside of the ring. Sami Zayn turns around and the gingerbread man is in the corner. Sami Zayn hits the gingerbread man with the haluva kick. He turns around and Trick hits him with a trick shot. Trick Williams raised the United States title in the air, and Trick Williams missed hits. This was a good promo by Trick Williams and Sami Zayn. But Trick Williams has to take the United States Championship off of Sami Zayn at WrestleMania 42. So I'm picking Trick Williams to take the United States Championship off of Sami Zayn at WrestleMania 42. And that's all I gotta say. But Carmelo Hayes should have been at WrestleMania, man. So you mean to tell me that iShowSpeed can have a WrestleMania, but Carmelo Hayes can't? They be doing Carmelo Hayes dirty, man. And Carmelo Hayes deserves way better. Alright. So it says, we see Cody Rhodes get out of his tour bus. So we go to commercial break. So we get Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. And this was a squash match. As Bayley and Lyra Valkyria are on the top doing their entrance, Charlotte Flair runs to the ropes and Lyra Valkyria trips down. The bell rings and we are underway. Charlotte Flair and Lyra Valkyria start the match. Lyra Valkyria with a spinning heel kick. Alexa Bliss throws Bayley into the ring steps. In comes Nia Jax and she hits Lyra Valkyria. In comes Nia and she hits Lyra Kill with the clothesline. Last Legend runs down and she hits Alexa Bliss with their right hand. Charlotte Flair with a super kick onto Nia Jax, but Last Legend with their running boot onto Charlotte Flair. Nia Jax and Last Legend double team Bayley. Lyra Kira with a right hand onto Last Legend, but Nia Jax throws her across the ring. Last Legend with their right hand onto Lyra Kira. Last Legend lifts Lyra Kira up and Nia Jax with a leg drop off the second rope. And you already know that You already know that Last Legend and Nia Jax going to retain the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions at WrestleMania 42. That's all I gotta say. The winner's no contest. So we get the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial. We get the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And all I gotta say is this. This Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. This was a boring match right here. But I knew that Worst Keys was gonna win. The bell rings were on the way. Johnny Gargano is laying down to start the match. Kit Wilson trips over Johnny Gargano and Kit Wilson falls over the top rope and is eliminated. Nathan Frazier is eliminated by Johnny Gargano. Chris Sabin is eliminated by Axiom. El Grande Americano tries to unmask the original, but they both get eliminated by Tyler Tonga. Angel Garza and Berto eliminate La Parca. Phoenix eliminates Berto. Ray Phoenix eliminates Berto. Royce Keys eliminates Psycho Clown. Johnny Gargano eliminates Axiom. Faxon eliminates Alex Shelley. Shinsuke Nakamura eliminates Apollo Crews. Aleister Black eliminates Joe Hendry. I don't even know why Joe Hendry was doing. What was Joe Hendry doing on SmackDown in this match? But anyway, it is what it is. I think everybody says that Joe Hendry is mid. So it is what it is. Tyler Tonga eliminates Cruel Del Toro and Ray Phoenix. Aleister Black eliminates Shinsuke Nakamura, Ilya Dragunov, and Akira Tozawa. Otis eliminates Garza, Johnny Gargano, and Matt Cardona. It was fun to see Otis get some TV time. That's all I gotta say. Worst Keys, Aleister Black, Otis, and Tyler Tonga are the final four. Worst Keys eliminates Aleister Black. Tyler Tonga eliminates Otis. Tyler Tonga goes for a chokeslam on Royce Keys, but Royce Keys lands on his feet. Royce Keys with a spine buster and a clothesline. Tyler Tonga over the top rope. So the winner of the match, the winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, Royce Keys. And I called it straight down the middle that Royce Keys was gonna win, and this was my pick. That Royce Keys was gonna win, and I got it right. Cody Rhodes' music hits, now he comes. Cody Rhodes' music is, and now comes Cody Rhodes to the ring. Cody Rhodes asks the fans what they want to talk about. He says they will not talk about the last three WrestleMania and their conspiracy that someone is messing with him. The inclusion of the final boss, Travis Scott, or someone who he is not going to name, but someone who should go home this year. He says Randy Orton was out talking about him taking. He says interesting choice of words, because Randy Orton has never taken responsibility in his life. He said he was there in 2009. He saw what he did. He burned everything in his path. He went to WrestleMania, wrestled for the title, and he lost. CM Punk music hits, and now he comes to the ring. Cody Rhodes asks, since they are friends, if they shake hands and hug, he will kick him in the balls and turn on him too. CM Punk says there are a lot of people that deserve to be kicked in the balls, but Cody Rhodes is not one of them. He says he wants to give him advice, and they talk about how they are both wearing suits. CM Punk says this is the first time he is wearing a suit in a WWE ring since Teddy Long got married. He brings that up because they have a long history, but now he wants to take a moment to relish that they are standing in the ring as friends and champions. Head into WrestleMania 42. They are passing beyond CM Punk giving him advice. He says Cody Rhodes has done. He says Cody Rhodes has done and said things that he has yet to accomplish. And if he was a teacher before, he wasn't, but he isn't now. He says Cody has learned from some of the best. John Cena, his father, and if Randy Orton was one of his teachers, he isn't now. He tells Cody Rhodes to get it done and have fun. Cody Rhodes tells him there is one thing he wants to share with him. He knows who CM Punk is up against at WrestleMania 42. He is against a guy that created terms for he is that good, against the most dominant WrestleMania main eventer in the history of the game. He says CM Punk was not born into this like he or Roman Reigns was. CM Punk came in, trained, and WWE wanted him so bad that he kept the name CM Punk after that. He went away for 10 years, but they still chanted his name. He says CM Punk could have come back, wave his hat around, and do his greatest hits, but he didn't do that. He says Shawn Michaels came back after a 5-year injury, and now CM Punk is back and better than he has ever been. If there is a conversation going on, Macho King was WrestleMania. After that, it became Shawn Michaels. It looked like CM Punk is making the argument that the new Mr. WrestleMania is CM Punk. He says his dad would be extremely proud of him, and he tells CM Punk that he loves him. They hug and Cody Rhodes' music hits. CM Punk says to cut the music. He said he is not trying to cry on Friday Night Smackdown in Las Vegas. He will cry on Sunday after he beats Roman Reigns. You know what? He says these titles are as much of the fans as they are there, and they are here to celebrate with the people. They leave the ring and that WrestleMania video package airs. Okay, and WWE Smackdown goes off the air. All right, let me get my honest opinion what I think about WWE. Let me get my honest opinion what I think about WWE. Let me get my honest opinion what I think about WWE Smackdown. Now, WWE Smackdown was a solid show for what it was, and I give that show a 5 out of 10. You mean to tell me that Cody Rhodes and CM Punk was trying to celebrate on SmackDown and then it is cut off like that? They ain't waste no time. They just cut it off just like that because the WWE Hall of Fame was on tonight. The WWE Hall of Fame ceremony was on tonight, so yeah. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE Smackdown review on highlights, make sure you guys please subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content I do on the channel, because I'm on the road to 11K before the end of April. Follow all my social media. Follow all my socials down below in the description. Go check out my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. Go check out my WWE NXT review and highlights, and also go check out my WWE Raw review and highlights. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Saturday and Sunday. I'll see you guys tomorrow for my WWE WrestleMania 42 for night 1 and night 2 review and highlights. I want you guys to have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Care with your crew, care with your kings, care with your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And I'll see you guys on my upcoming world premiere. I'll see you guys for my world premiere for my WWE Smackdown review on highlights at around 5 o'clock a.m. So I hope you guys will be there. Make sure you guys share this video with your friends and family, and let them know that I'm going to have a world premiere for my WWE Smackdown review on highlights. I want you guys to have a great weekend. Stay safe and always stay positive, because I'm ready for WrestleMania 42 for night 1 and night 2. So in my honest opinion, WrestleMania 42 night 2 is going to be way better than night 1. That's just my opinion. But I do miss Bianca Belair, and that's all I got to say. But I hope Bianca Belair can come back, and that's all I got to say. But anyway, I want you guys to have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Care with your crew, care with your kings, care with your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too Sweet Gang.